Hello everyone, this is Sarah Anand Anma, and I'm so happy to be with you today to share with you the key to success. It's very simple, but it's not always easy. The solution has nothing to do with the problem. What does that mean? Well, the mind constructs itself to think that if I get more free time, more money, clients or customers, a relationship, a better relationship, success, a better car, better degree, training, or certifications, or recognition, then I will finally be happy. Intellectually, we understand, oh yeah, that's not true. It's all about the inside job. But emotionally, we're driven by this almost greed. Mine, I need it, and only then will I be okay. Only then will I be successful. I want to talk about worry. Worry is praying for what you don't want. It's the false illusion of having control. The mind actually thinks, and this has been scientifically proven, that if you're worrying about something, you're doing something productive. Worry is a negative fantasy. It's daydreaming for the things that you don't want. And anytime we're thinking about the future, that's a fantasy. So why not make it crazy, amazingly wonderful future or fantasy? Now what about skepticism and cynicism? We all suffer from these from time. Clamp on the hose, what does that mean? The clamp on the hose means that we've got a conduit between ourselves and source or energy or the outside world. And when we are cynical or skeptical, we are reducing all the good things that can come to us. It gives us, these things give us the illusion of being, quote, protected against failure or disappointment, but the costs of these quote-unquote protection are lack of connection to others, to our highest self, to our purpose in life, intimacy with others, devotion to spirit, enlightenment and peace. The difference between diligence and seriousness. So we must be diligent in order to get what we want and accomplish what we're driven to do. So committed, focused, strategic, all of these can be light and fun and humorous. There's no need for us to take the fun out of what we're doing, what's in front of us, what we want to accomplish. And I want to ask you, what would it be like if we were all happy first instead of making it conditional upon the results that we were getting? Do you think that maybe that long list of things that you want might be able to just show up if you became happy first? In my experience, that happens. I want you to ask yourself, how hard do I want to work? Do you want to stress? Do you want to strain? Do you want to have to do things? Do you want to effort and exert in order to make things happen? These ways of being this is energetically tainted, and we have negative associations with success. They also perpetuate the fantasy of no pain, no gain. And we've really got to exert ourselves in order to be successful and work very, very hard and uphill. And then the thing about these is, even with all that effort, we're still not happy. So what about goals, visions, and dreams? Absolutely have them. Do have all of them. Or at least the ones that really set you on fire and make you happy. But if you are simply doing it because you think you should, forget it. And if you don't realize these particular goals, visions, and dreams that you have, don't use it as yet another opportunity to self-condemn yourself. This is what I call a not cozy home for success. So imagine that success comes to your door wrapped in a beautiful gift with ribbons and great paper and everything. Comes to the door, and you answer the door, and your face is squished up and you're full of worry and stress. Success is going to say, "Oh, there's no room here because I like to go where I'm appreciated, and I'm going to go next door and see um, if they want me." So I'm going to talk about how to make that cozy home for success in a few moments. But first, we want to identify where you might be stuck. Here are places where you could be feeling stuck or showing being stuck. Worry. We've already talked about that. That's praying for what you don't want and making it so. Depression, stress, bleakness. Oh, everything's so bleak. Being negative, complaining about your situation, about other people, you name it. Gossip. I've heard that when you gossip about other people, you take on their karma. So I have no problem with people gossiping about me. I appreciate it, but I try not to engage in it myself. And playing. You want to make that joy-filled home for success, that cozy home for success. So what needs to happen to make that possible? You absolutely must release the need for approval of others. This is huge, and it's not easy, but you must release it. You must stop being so hard on yourself. Again, that's not a cozy home. Self-admonishment. The mind thinks that we're doing something about the problem when we're beating ourselves up, but really we are perpetuating the problem. It's like problem insurance policy. You're taking out more insurance that it's going to just keep going. You've got to let go of the belief that success must be hard. And you've got to let go of overwhelm. And this is a decision. And no one is making you feel overwhelmed. You might be blaming others that you feel overwhelmed, but no one is making you do it. I heard one person say that overwhelmed is under surrendered. And surrender is the benchmark of living a victorious life. What else? Another thing is that, if you're saying I have no time or I'm so busy, you're playing victim and you're refusing to take personal responsibility. So watch for those. You must take 100% personal responsibility. You make your calendar, nobody else does. And you've got to take yourself less seriously. What do we replace all this with? The cynicism and the worry and the gossip and the complaining and seriousness. One, you want to be a friend to yourself. Treat yourself as your own best friend. Be as kind and loving to yourself as you would your own best friend. Laugh at yourself instead of criticizing yourself. If you learn to laugh at yourself, you'll never be at a loss for things to chuckle about. One of the things that I like to use that helps me pivot from negativity into that cozy home for success is responding with, "That's interesting." So no matter what, failure happens or unexpected result happens, say I try and do something in my business and it doesn't work. Instead of making myself wrong, making it wrong, resisting it, "Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, that experiment didn't necessarily work. Let's try something else." Celebrate your successes. This is really important. Nothing is too tiny. If you're getting out of a rut of negativity, you can celebrate brushing your teeth this morning. You can celebrate getting out of bed, getting into that habit, that momentum of being grateful and celebrating is going to do you a world of good. Because if you do not acknowledge your successes, the field that reads that the field around you, the energy, that whatever it is, source acknowledges that that is your reality. If you don't acknowledge success, you're saying, I'm not successful. And if you don't think you're successful, you're not. Basically, it's God saying, or source or universe saying, your wish is my command. You're not successful, as you like. I will make that so for you. So what are the qualities of success instead of being stuck? One is enthusiasm, having that lust for life and the happiness about your projects and your passion. Zeal, being super, having that get up and go about it, even if it's artificial to begin with. Fake it till you make it. Having fun, using humor, having a lightness of being. Any spiritual person that you know who is very successful in what they're doing has a lightness of being. Peace, being calm, and drama-free, very important. So here's the formula. When we release the expectation of results, perfectionism, and performance, we open up to inspiration, creativity, and connection. One more time. When we release the expectation of results, perfectionism, and performance, we open up to inspiration, creativity, and connection. Happiness is not the result of success. Success is the result of happiness, which comes from letting go and relaxing. A relaxed mind is a creative mind. We cannot problem solve when we are under stress. The brain simply cannot work. You must know too that happiness is absolutely conditional. And what is the main condition? You must be breathing. Most of us, especially in times of stress, breathe from the upper third of our lungs, which is hyperventilating. You've got to check your breathing. Check it now and see how low into your body you can draw that inhale down into your belly, down into your sits bones, down into your feet. And feel how good it feels to breathe so deeply. More practical tips. Crack yourself up. Why not? Kids crack themselves up all the time. They reside in innocence and play, and they're always successful. They get whatever it is that they want to accomplish done. And, we demand kids to do a lot of things that they don't necessarily want to do, but the things that they do want to do, they absolutely succeed at because they're cracking themselves up and they're being light. They use sound effects. You can too. Wee, brum, brum, zoom, zooma. Do something now. What sound effect might make you happy or make you crack up? What can you do now and later when you're finding yourself too serious? Take make-out breaks. If you can connect with your beloved quickly and kind of stealthily, to just do a little kissy or even just a quick text of kissy, that really breaks up the seriousness and helps to let yourself and your beloved know that you are thinking about them and that you're focused on what's most important, which is your relationships. Take dance breaks, often throughout the day. This is the best way to break up seriousness that I know of. Something energetic and fun. There's nothing like it. And the serious mind will say, oh, I'll do that later. But the kid in you can say, I'm going to do it now. And I'm going to dance like nobody's watching. I often dance for our dog. She's confused, but it's hilarious for me. You want to cultivate an atmosphere of micro gratitude. Again, nothing is too small. and what we focus on grows. So if you are noticing all the great things that have happened to you today and that you've been able to receive, those will only grow exponentially as your focus increases on them. And then identify what makes your heart sing. What is it that just really sets you on fire? And then begin to create or cultivate more things that make your heart sing. That micro gratitude makes it super easy to do that. Access them all day long. Feel the sweetness of them. Or feel the sweetness of the mundane and allow them to make your heart sing. Make a decision to be worry-free. So instead of having negative fantasies, dream wild, wacky, and wonderful fantasies. And this is a commitment. Commitment is absolutely essential for happiness, and it's not convenient. Commitment stays when it's not easy, and we latch onto that and let that be our star to which we set our sails so that we can continue to go forward and get what we want and deserve. So you can be diligent and still have fun, and I invite you to do that. More practical tips: start small. So just, start maybe with micro gratitude. Start with one of these principles. Build on your momentum. So start small and then just allow that momentum to organically build towards the solution rather than towards the problem, towards success rather than towards worry. When you mess up or you get back into worry or complaining, give yourself a break. Be really sweet to yourself. Be that friend to yourself. You don't need to make more opportunities to be hard on yourself. So really set yourself up to win. And then, of course, relax into trust that everything is in divine order. So what's it going to be? Every single thing can be an opportunity for self-admonishment or judgment or being hard on yourself. And also, conversely, everything can be cause for celebration. What is your choice going to be? The end. Be sure to stay in touch and to get more uplifting, productive tips, habits, and lifestyle upgrades. Be sure to subscribe to my Love is the Answer podcast, where we discuss tactical tips for tumultuous times. Until next time, all the best.